Welcome to the Pillowfort Podcast, where we get cozy and talk about stuff. I'm Asha
Hello.
and there's NeverPaint.
Hey, we get cozy and talk about shows that we watched or movies or whatever. What
We
are
can
we
talk
watching?
about whatever we want.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. What have we watched today?
We watched Bojack Horseman, or all of it, on our own, mostly.
Yeah. We watched 6 seasons in one morning.
Yes. Somehow we compressed
Totally what we did.
that much time. Even though that's not physically possible. We did. We just
No, it is possible.
Yeah, we just played every episode on multiple screens at the same time in 25
on max
minutes.
speed.
I think we all died. It's all right.
On double speed because Netflix allows that.
No. We had a screen. We had a television for every single episode of BoJack Horseman,
Wow.
and we put them all at once, and we played them all at once.
So it only took 25 minutes. It was a really nice compressed experience.
No, but we both watched all of BoJack recently.
Yeah, kind of recently. I watched the show like a year ago, and then the newest season this year when it came out.
I was watching it as it was coming out each time.
When did it start?
2017, 16.
Oh, okay.
It's a few years
That's
ago.
so old.
So, but I also rewatched the first 3 seasons recently, and I love it.
It's a good cartoon from America.
It's super punny. It's super gag related, which I adore. And it's also just really emotional and
very silly and very dramatic character studies. Dramatic and dramatizing.
And it's about
it's over now.
Bojack, a washed up sitcom actor who's on on what is now known as a shitty sitcom, and everyone kind of makes fun of it, and he wants to
But it's very famous. It's everyone recognizes him on the street.
It was known and loved, but at the point of the story starting, everyone makes fun of it. Is oh, it's just a cheesy sitcom, and the whole show is the meta of entertainment and acting industry. All wrapped up in silliness and about happiness and pursuing it. Bojack's a rich guy who can do whatever he wants with his life. He could do anything, but for some reason he's still miserable. And that's the heart of the main kind of interesting thing about pursuing happiness is a lot of people, you see a lot of people's issues are based on being broke. You can't buy what you want.
Yeah,
you can't get what you want in life.
True.
But then Bojack,
Bojack has
anything,
actually no problems in theory.
He just does not have the right tools emotionally, or the right support to pursue what makes him happy. So he's just constantly doing dumb shit and going off on benders and drugs and sex and all this, instead of doing something that can be productive towards his goals in life. And I think that's an important thing to recognize, that understanding yourself is the most important part of being happy. It's not just having the tools to be happy, it's knowing what you need to be happy.
The money certainly helps.
Yeah, money definitely helps. We all could use some money in life. But
speaking of, donate to our coffees that are linked in the description.
I wish someone would commission me.
Just tell people that you take commissions.
I do.
Although you just did. Yeah, it's kind of about Hollywood, the show, but also not really. It's a weird parody world of Hollywood where 50% of the population are animal people for no reason, which is never explained.
Because it's great and funny, and also kind of there's sort of a cultural difference between horse and animal people in general, like they have their own, like dogs have their own country, fish people have their entirely different culture of their own.
Oh god, the underwater episode.
Oh god, that was brilliant. Also, it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, he just in a hotel and he has like a glass tube on his like head. Is like, how is he gonna eat?
Yeah, it was
How is he
SpongeBob.
gonna live? How does
It
this
was like
work?
SpongeBob.
I don't.
Well, you can just fill like vodka into his head.
Yeah, but how?
Glass ball.
Like, I don't think
I'm
they
not
ever
sure.
explained like how his room's gonna work. Like, is he gonna go to bed with the thing on his head? Because at that point, he just goes off on like a weird adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we got distracted. The animal people it's the whole point of that is just for fun gags, but also kind of not like
Well, it's symbolism for what the characters are.
yeah.
Like, Mr. Peanut Butter is a happy dog, and that's why he's a happy dog man.
Yeah.
And Bojack is like a horseman with a long face
Yeah.
and looks depressed.
Did anyone ever ask him why the long face?
Probably. That probably happened in the show. It was a very long show.
They had to at some point. I don't remember.
But also some of the main characters are just not animal people. Like you have Bojack, Princess Carolyn, and Mr. Peanut Butter, but also Diane and Todd that
yeah.
are just normal humans.
And they also have like cultural backgrounds as well. I like that about it. One of my favorite episodes is like Diane's episode, where I like the fact that Diane's just Vietnamese, but then she has no real connection to the culture, and
Yeah.
she has to like deal with her like last name being weird and everyone being like, what is it? It's like it's Nguyen.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And my favorite episode is like when she goes to Vietnam and then it's like she's trying to like connect, but then she's American in the end of the day, and she
Grew up in America and with that culture. And
yeah, she has no connection, and no matter what, her connection to being American is different because she's Asian, and then it's also different in Vietnam because she's American. So she's kind of feels rejected by both.
in between.
That's like a really common feeling for people who are like American, but then they're not white.
Yeah, I'm sure you can relate to that.
Yeah, I do. Deeply.
I can just relate to that because I'm German, but all the media that I consume is like American or English, and all the YouTube that I watch is English, and everyone.
Yeah, we
you're
all
watching
make
YouTube?
like
Are you?
references to American pop culture, and you're just like, oh, what's that?
Yeah, and like, especially when people, you're watching YouTube. Are you watching this German YouTuber? And I'm like, who? What? Yeah, but yeah, I'm sure.
The
it's
normies.
even worse.
Fuck 'em.
Yeah. I like Todd a lot
Yeah.
because he's just Jesse from Breaking Bad. 'Cause it's the same actor, and also just the same character design. And
Guy
the
with
same
a beanie.
guy, like drugged,
Is he cute?
chilled
Is
out,
he as cute
kind of.
as Todd?
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, Jesse's kind of a little more. He's a Breaking Bad character, so he's tortured. He goes through a lot throughout the show. Yeah, but he has a lot of endearing character traits, but is also just a punk drug dealer kid who says bitch a lot. That's most of his character. That's the meme.
That's a good. You know what my favorite thing was?
You should watch Breaking Bad.
I'll consider it for sure. But My favorite thing was the lady director. I don't know her name. She just, like, she's mostly, like, pissed off most of the time. But then she sees Todd.
Yeah.
She's like, what is this adorable boy? I love him. Look at that face. Like, no matter what. So she's, like, a hard ass to everyone. But then this Todd comes along, and she's just like, look at this precious boy. I'm keeping you. You sit beside me, man. I love that he's her weakness in life, and that's great.
No, it's a kryptonite.
I
Todd
relate
is also
deeply.
just crazy. Todd is also just crazy successful. Like, we just watched the first episode where he's still like a parasite on
He's just a bum
Bojack's
on
house.
Bojack's couch who smokes weed
but
dropped out of high school.
But throughout the show, he like writes a successful rock opera, and he opens like 50 different companies.
It's just
isn't he like
he's so
isn't he like a
open to
politician
just
at some
doing
point?
things. And a lot of times those like fall apart because he's so chaotic. But then that also kind of the reason.
Then he just has his next
idea. The best part
idea.
of him and the worst part of him is he pursues things. So he's so gung ho about doing anything, but then it also is his downfall, and that's neat. I think we all learned something from Todd.
It works out for him.
It works out for him in the end.
Everything works out for him.
So
he's kind of one of the most like working
characters.
I mean, he's one of the characters that gets his life together in the most way, in the best way.
Yeah.
He's functional. That's what I mean. He's kind of the most functional in the end.
That's worrying, because he's so chaotic.
It is, but he gets a cute girlfriend.
He does,
and he has.
He figures out
what
things
was her name?
about himself.
Maud.
And he eventually gets his own apartment. That's wonderful.
Yeah, and he kind of tries to reconnect with his mother
and
a bit.
Succeeds for the most part in the end.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, he does.
I think it's a start.
It's implied.
It's a start of a process, but.
And I also really like his mom's thing because she just threw him out because he was being a bum in the beginning. So that's why she kicked him out.
Understandable.
But then, because she didn't like call him or like check up on him, she kind of left him on his own. Like, he grew resentment for her, and she felt really guilty, embarrassed, and she was too scared to like just contact him again. And then at the end, I guess they can reconnect, but it's something like she hurt him really badly, but then she didn't mean it like that, but then was also too scared to fix it. And that's like one way a person can really hurt another.
And then Todd had to hire that method actress.
I love that lady.
Yeah.
What an icon.
Is she a is she a real life person?
I didn't look it up.
She has to be, right? She
probably is. She's probably like, I get the idea of her character. Like, there's a lot of like actors in things that you see all the time in movies, and you know them from
that can do anything.
Yeah, they're great actors, but they're not names that people know. Yeah, there are a lot of people
I know what you mean.
Like that in film.
There's some like British theater actors, the stage actors that just appear in random movies in like side roles, like every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like Bill Nye, not the science guy, but the other one. No, what I thought about with Todd is that he's the youngest of them all. He's like 20 something, 25. Why, or something like that.
Is he 25
probably.
in the beginning or 24?
I'm not sure. He's in his 20s,
young.
definitely.
He's definitely the youngest. Like, Diane's in her 30s.
Yeah.
Bojack and Peanut Butter, Mr. Peanut Butter are like
50s.
Princess Carolyn's
Princess
like
Carolyn
the
probably
40s.
too. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm surprised how old everyone is.
Yeah, because they're horse people, animal people, you don't really see it. But what I thought was that Todd has the trauma or like the problems with his mother
Yeah.
and his drug stuff.
Yeah.
But that's kind of everything that he has as a baggage.
Yeah.
And he
I mean, he
he's
has
still
Bojack mistreating him as well.
Yeah, that too. Yeah,
Other
that's
than
true.
that. And I like how well he distanced himself from Bojack in the end because he realized, Bojack's kind of shitty.
Oh, dude,
Even though he took him.
that's symbolism. That's symbolism when he's like they're watching the fireworks in the last episode, and first he's like on Bojack's shoulders, but then he wants to stand on his own feet. And see?
Oh my god! Thank you for saying that. Let's talk more about season 6. That scene was like brilliant. I didn't even realize that. Thanks for reminding me.
I wanna mention that because he's the youngest and he's the luckiest of them all because he is able to figure his problems out very early in his life.
Smart.
Why Bojack just had all his problems piling up over the last 50 years. All his parents' drama and all the stuff with the show and with his friend there and
fucked up.
And Sarah Lynn and Princess Carolyn and everything.
Princess Carolyn.
And Charlotte. Yeah.
All his messed up relationship with women and his parents and life and his career. Whew. The season 6 begins with Bojack. What does it begin? It begins with him in.
He's a teacher. That was my favorite part, kind of.
But...
Oh, yeah.
Part 1 was him in
okay,
rehab.
I forgot.
And then.
Oh yeah.
The second half was him becoming a teacher.
He was also doing really well in rehab.
Yeah.
Actually.
It was great, but then everything.
But then he had to destroy everything.
No.
Like he does.
Like he do.
I really like that there's a therapy horse.
In
the rehab.
Being a therapy horse makes it not legal. He doesn't have to
he's not a real therapist. He's just a therapy horse. He can say whatever he wants. No, but I really liked that part. No, but what I really loved was the teacher arc the teacher episode that Bojack went through, because he turns out to be an actually great teacher
and he's super passionate about acting and teaching people and helping. It's wonderful,
once for one time, finally he is like in an environment where he can do that.
He's in a good place with good people to help himself grow. And that's what people need. Yeah. And the really sad part is just that all his bad stuff piled up on him and caught up to him. And not even all the stuff he did. It was just some of it that came back and backfired on him. Just
that he basically killed Sarah Lynn.
Yeah, the one thing that didn't come back was the fact that he legit choked Gina, the actress he was with on the show Pillowfort.
True. Okay, good. I mean, that's more excusable because he was on drugs.
He had drugs, a manic. But the consequences of it, you could see it in I think part 1 of season 6. Where they showed her and Gina's just like a different person now, like all snappy and angry. And it's like, what happened? And it's like, the trauma of that had a huge negative effect on her. And Bojack probably never know how much he messed her up.
Yeah.
And that's really scary.
But the death of Sarah Lynn is definitely
the worst.
Darkness of the last season, because there's this whole symbolism with the starry night, the stars that represent kind of the moment at the planetarium, and it's used very well as a visual reminder. pretty often in the last season.
Oh yeah,
and it all comes back because there's the reporter team that's like.
I love this too.
What's what's her name?
I don't
Sinclair.
know. She's my favorite.
Something Sinclair.
Sinclair.
Yeah.
I love that she
has such a fun accent.
Pissed.
Why are you talking like this?
What?
We're from Cincinnati or something like that.
No, she's just bougie. I like that. I like that she just wants to be the most fancy lady ever.
Yeah.
I feel that. I really.
She needs to get ready for her marriage.
But first, I gotta open up this case.
Also, the guy is really funny.
And he's an alcoholic. It's just a little detail in there. It's great. Yeah. Oh, and the fact that like she just like wants to like get all this like information on Bojack to expose him, and then she got the interviewer lady to question Bojack.
Oh yes, that was because Bojack was just such an. Okay, I have to clarify. Bojack is not a good guy. He's a very bad person, but in a weirdly likable way. Like he's charismatic.
He's fun to watch, but he's a terrible person in terms of he breaks the law a bajillion times. He drinks and drives. He does drugs and hurts people, and is not
hurts everyone in his life.
Doesn't. He wants to be good, but then he isn't, and it's not good.
I mean, we just rewatched an episode where his dad was kind of in focus and had like this a whole monologue where he was just ranting about how much he hates his wife and his kid. Yeah. And at that moment I thought, okay, Bojack is pretty bad, but at least he has likable traits.
At least he's funny.
I mean, his dad is also funny, but he's just evil. He's just an evil, twisted man.
Yeah.
And I mean Bojack is not sinister.
We only see his vindictive moments with Bojack.
Yeah, true. I mean, I guess we only see him the way Bojack saw him.
You know, this like connects parallels with like the story of Pillowfort, the TV series that Bojack's making, where Bojack's playing this character who is morally bad but is likable, and like Diane has a scene. There's a scene between Diane and Bojack talking about the character of Pillowfort and how he's a bad person, but he's likable, so you can understand him. But it's like you shouldn't be okay with it. It's kind of like a meta argument about Bojack himself, the character.
About the horse.
About whether or not
about the shore.
It's okay
about
to
the
make
show.
a bad person charismatic or likable and relatable.
Yeah, because he has like this one like award speech where he says, this character made me feel okay about myself because I'm always shitty. And Diane is like, no, I don't want you to take that away from the show.
You should not be like him. You should... by relating to the character, you should realize that you should change, not be bad.
Bojack.
Yeah, Bojack.
No, because he's so likable, we want him to change, and we are trying, like when. You know, he did the horrible things, but in the episode where he was like a teacher and an actor, I was like, maybe he can finally...
He can finally move on and become a good boy.
Find his peace, yeah. But no, of course not, because he has done so much horrible stuff that he kind of doesn't deserve it. Yeah. He's not... That's kind of... He can't just do a good thing at one point and be redeemed.
He has to deal with the consequences, if not even the consequences of everything he did. It's just a couple of the bad things he did. A
couple of the worst things, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he still does a bajillion crimes.
Yeah. That was like that interview that he gives where he gets kind of exposed and hashtag cancelled. that was it was an interesting portrayal of like cancel culture, like it is nowadays, but in a positive way, like so that so many of these like rich and famous people that we look up to have fucked up things in the past or even present, and how we also want to kind of excuse it because we liked the actor and stuff like that. And many people get really defensive about it when there's a new Me Too thing coming up.
I just remember the guy in the polo shirt who defends Bojack after what happened.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was like some dude bro from Twitter.
Just some dude bro.
I know that guy.
Guy with a puka, not a puka, a polo shirt and a tiki.
You mean that college, on that college party, right?
Yeah, in the college party.
Forgot my point.
My favorite, what was my most interesting thing was when Bojack, he broke into his old house, which at this point it was repossessed, and like a bunch of new child actors were like living in it with their family, and then like when they found him and like found Bojack and then he got arrested and stuff, it showed like a quick montage, and it's like the child actor got kind of viral attention for the fact that Bojack broke his house. And it reminds me of in the movie Sorry to Bother You. Have you ever seen it? NeverPaint, you ever heard of it?
I don't think so.
It's about this guy working at a call center, and at one point like he becomes successful and stuff, and there's like a protest against the thing, and like a moment in the protest becomes viral where a character throws a Coke can at that character's head, and it becomes like a meme, and the person who threw the can like became super successful, and it's like this I guess
it kind of reminds me of like meme people that like become like actually YouTubers, like the overly obsessed girlfriend is a YouTuber now.
Really? I didn't know that.
There's a bunch of like, also like Bad Luck Brian also has a YouTube channel. It's
people coming like viral success over political things. Yeah, like politics becoming a meme. I guess, rioting and protests becoming a meme and stuff like that. It reminds me of that. And that is very interesting social commentary.
No. I also thought it was interesting that Bojack just deserved it that much.
He deserved it, but even then, there's so much more.
But you
can't deal with it. Oh man, that reminds me of like Diane throughout the season was trying to write a memoir, and like how shit her life was because.
We haven't even started talking about Diane.
And like Diane. She tries very hard to like take that pain that she got from everyone in her life treating her like shit, and try to like productive and trying to make a product out of it, trying to make a memoir, so it's like it was worth going through all that pain, but it just caused her so much more suffering. And
and in the end, she kind of set us with like writing a fun, like young adult adventure hit book series.
Yeah.
About this super colorful girl detective character, or something like that.
What will help people in the long run is like, while like stories about like hearing about people's what they went through and horrible things that happen in life is useful. It's not good for her, and also writing this fun book series would also do good for young girls. So it's like in the end she just wanted to do something good. I don't know.
And she did.
Yeah.
Also, I liked that. I really liked that how Diane just got fed from the antidepressants.
Yeah.
But she just stayed that way throughout the end of the show, and I was kind of expecting her losing weight again.
I wasn't.
After the time skip, but no, she's like it's a statement about how the show works, that the people just keep changing and the changes stay visible, at least for some of the characters, like visually. I also really like Guy.
Oh yeah, Guy's
her boyfriend
great.
and later husband. Guy's just a cool, good guy.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's like, you have all these
his
like
son.
broken. Oh yeah, but you have all these like broken, depressed, problematic people in this show, and then
There's
just Guy.
Guy.
Who's just,
He's divorced, but it's not like a messed up
it's not
relationship.
even a really bad divorce.
Like, it's just they don't want to be together anymore. They have an all right relationship. He hears his ex-wife wants to move to Houston for a dream job, and he's like, I want to support that, but I also want to be with my son. And then Diane's just like, yeah, let's just move to Houston. You can be a cameraman there. I can write over there. It's fine. It's good. I like that. I like that it's like a not...
well, I would say Aiko's divorce is way worse. Aiko's parents. It causes way more drama.
You'll see more of that later on.
No.
Doremi.
By the way, watch a Doremi podcast.
If you're interested in Doremi,
on the channel.
do it.
It's basically the same show. But
No, the characters in Doremi are much better people.
I know.
Even the actress Ampu, who is corrupt, even she's much better than these characters.
Well,
Yeah, she
I don't know
is.
about that.
She's not drunk driving.
That's true. Diane is a great character.
Diane's a
Overall,
lovely character.
I mean, all of the characters are great. I can't think of like a bad character. Mr. Peanut Butter is really annoying, but
I kind of love him, but like, then I slowly realized, oh, he's kind of a terrible person. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, that's the point of his character.
I know.
Yeah, he just seems like a super cool
until you realize he's dating a girl like
kept together guy.
He cheats on his wife, not his wife. He cheats on his very young
On
girlfriend
his wife.
with his ex-wife.
Oh yeah, on his fiance, I guess. Yeah. How young is Pickles?
Pickles. Oh yeah, they had an episode about the fact that Pickles like basically half of Mr. Peanut Butter's age, and he's like 50. And
but
like,
what is it in dog years though?
No, he's 50.
But what in dog years?
Probably 500.
Likely, yeah.
No, the fact that like there's like an episode that's a flashback like 25 years ago at a Halloween party, Mr. Peanut Butter's Halloween party, and like Pickles is just like, I wasn't even born yet. And Mr. Peanut's just like, oh god. It's always weird with very young characters date older characters.
Well, you always have these little moments where Mr. Peanut Butter just, his facade kind of like slips.
Yeah.
And he shows that he's actually not happy and very insecure.
Yeah. It's great. I love him. I love how bad he is.
Also, Princess Carolyn is like...
She's my favorite.
My favorite character, I think.
Yay.
In the show.
I love that she just wants to work. She just needs that.
She wants to work, and she's super ambitious and has like always 500 projects. And when there's like a new project coming up, she's just like, okay, I'd take it.
Yeah.
Like in the first, I think it was like the second episode of season 6 where she had to take care of the baby, and this was like the super cool animation where she like doubles and multiplies.
It's just multiple versions of her running around doing a thing.
Yeah, because she has so much at her mind, and it just keeps looping up and piling up even more. And like this one episode, there's this part where Todd takes care of a baby, and then accidentally creates buzz in Hollywood about unnamed Princess Caroline project, and everyone gets really excited about it, and then Princess Caroline hears about it and is like, you think that's like a thing that piles up on her and that she's gonna collapse maybe, and that's
she's just like, hell
too much.
Yeah.
And she's like, hell yeah, here's this movie, I have like 50 ideas in my mind all the time, here's the outline, make this.
I think we both relate
it's
to
birthday
her as
dad.
an artist. We both do art, we both have multiple ideas constantly running through our heads and not enough time to even
always 50 things at the same time.
And we're always running around and we're always like grabbing whatever new projects we can. Just like this morning.
Yeah. It's just like this morning and yesterday when I accepted like 2 bigger commissions too.
Hell yeah.
Guys, please commission me. I need that money.
Yeah, me too. I think they were promoting.
Yeah, shamelessly. That's okay.
It's okay.
That's how you do it. That's how you do the good market. I also got that last dance between Bojack and Princess Caroline was beautiful. Their dialogue. When Bojack is like explaining to her the plot of like a cheesy movie where he comes to the wedding and runs off with her and she's like, no, I already got closure. I'm okay. I'm not as pathetic as you think or as you would like me to be.
Yeah, just
I have it all handled.
I really love the fact that Princess Caroline figures it out and finds her balance, but is also like doing the thing that makes her happy the most, which is constantly working on new things, new projects, pursuing it.
And she has her perfect boyfriend for that.
Yeah.
Because
oh my god, her boyfriend
Judas is the same.
I wasn't expecting him to be in love with her at all.
Same.
But it feels right.
He has been around for a few seasons as a background character, basically.
Yeah, just a very loyal
just some assistant.
Background, like loyal assistant, and then eventually I guess he part of the company. I love that he's low key, just like Princess Caroline, but in such a different way. He's so precise and
he's a little more put together. He's a little more effective, I would say. Princess Caroline
but then
has a little chaotic nature.
His whole dedication is like supporting Princess Caroline and like his job.
In anything. In anything she needs to do, she wants.
He's just like, oh yeah, that's what I'm most passionate about, supporting her. And you at first it's just like, oh, he's just a really good assistant. It's like, oh, he's in love with her.
No,
that makes sense.
No, yeah,
I mean, he's not a good assistant because he's in love with her, but he's a good assistant, and hence he fell in love with her because they have that in common,
that makes him
good
perfect
chemistry.
For her.
God damn. Like, I didn't realize how perfect they were until I saw it, and I'm like, I ship it. Perfect pairing. I mean, the only thing
then you
is
think
just,
about like
I guess
that she was together with Bojack in the start.
Huh?
And then it's weird that she was together with Bojack in the start, and they don't really fit together at all.
At all. It's
but
just like
they've been
dating
for a long time.
She's just a mother. She just inherently maternal, wants to like cuddle and fix everyone's lives and like protect them because she's got that in her.
I need to mention that I love that unnamed Princess Caroline project gets named Ruth because Princess Caroline has this enemy, the lady, the one, what's her name? I forgot. Gecko, yeah. And she's like, she's giving her like a pep talk about raising a child, and that's your client, and she's not gonna care about you, but you have to care about her, and you have to put everything you have into this ruthless client. And she's like, ruthless.
Yeah.
I'm calling her Ruth.
Aww.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part was just finding out that Gecko never hated Princess Caroline.
Oh, yeah! Isn't it weird that we spend so many years hating each other?
She just low-key like Princess Carolyn and then finds out that she didn't feel the same. It's just like hurt.
Wait, you hated me? I never hated you. Did you hate me?
It's just that she came off as so petty. So it's just like, I can't blame Princess Carolyn.
All the side characters are great.
Just all the puns and animal jokes are brilliant.
Okay, favorite side characters. Mine is Quentin Tarantino. Whatever. Quentin Tarantino as a Tarantul.
I like Erica. Just because Mr. Peanut Butter is just like, Erica, how are you? It's just like he gets so much context about Erica from Mr. Peanut Butter yelling Butter from across the room. You never really see her. You just hear Mr. Peanut Butter go, Erica, why are you holding that child-sized coffin?
Okay, the method actress is great.
Oh, yes.
I also really like Charlotte.
Oh, yeah.
There's this whole thing where Bojack goes to that farm and lives with that family.
New Mexico.
Is kind of... Was she his girlfriend at some point? Did they have a relationship?
It was
or was it just...
It was Bojack, Herb, Bojack's old writing buddy, and Charlotte were all, like, friends. And then he dated Charlotte, but then, like, Herb realized he was gay. So then that happened, and then she moved to somewhere, and then she moved to New Mexico, got married, had kids, and all that.
Yeah. And she's just happy.
Yeah.
She's just...
Except for not really, because
she moved
Bojack
away from that actor's life, and it's just a put together, functional family person.
And then Bojack gave her daughter PTSD.
Yay! Congratulations, Bojack. You made it. You make everyone you care about suffer.
Oh, God.
But himself also a lot.
But mostly himself.
Hmm.
Aww.
What about Bojack's closure? Does he get... Where is he at the end of his life? Well, he's still in prison.
He still has to go to prison.
He's still in prison at the end of the show.
Make another movie, and he's probably gonna keep doing stuff. Maybe he'll.
Is he gonna make Horny Unicorn?
Yeah.
Is that happening?
Yeah, it's
okay.
definitely. We don't know if it's gonna be a success or not because show's over, but he's planning to pursue it. It's questionable whether or not he will stay an actor. Maybe he'll find another teaching job. Maybe something will happen.
If any school will take him, because I doubt that any school would take someone with a history of
manipulating
grooming
women,
young women. Yeah.
Yeah. But
although I did have a physics teacher in school that had a similar history.
Oh, what?
Yeah. We had... Okay. Weird. Okay, nobody knows where I'm from, so it doesn't matter. I can just say it. But we had a physics teacher that we one day just found out that he used to be like a school principal, but he had like a photography class where he would make erotic photos of students.
Oh
or
God!
Something like that. Yeah.
What?
It was pretty dark.
Why did he tell you, or was this just a rumor?
No, we found like a news someone found a news article about it. It was just a very small story, and he had to go away from that school, and he just worked at our school and was just a weird, bad physics teacher. Nobody cared about.
Your country does not have a good vetting system.
I guess.
Do you not have to give
I guess he didn't.
crime?
He didn't exactly. I think he didn't exactly incriminate himself. He just made like weird suggestive comments, and he had to leave the school. And I don't know. I'm pretty sure there was no law enforcement in action, but apparently it wasn't that bad that he couldn't keep working as a teacher. So that's fucked up.
In my school, a hall monitor dude got fired for getting with a student. So that was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I also had
young people. It's not.
I also had a teacher that was married to one of his former students.
Okay.
I mean, I guess
just like Cardcaptor Sakura.
What?
Yeah. Wait, do you not know? Like the Sakura's dad was a teacher.
Oh no! Yeah.
And Sakura's mom was his student.
I mean, I guess if it's like an older student and a younger teacher.
Friend is in love with the teacher, and he also likes her, and she's like a fourth grader.
Wait, he also likes her?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Why?
I don't know.
She's like 10. No.
Yeah. But it's like shown very innocently.
No. That doesn't work. Doesn't work innocently. Come on.
It's wrong, but I don't know.
Sakura is weird.
Sakura is weird.
Anyways, Bojack.
Bojack. What else do you want to talk about?
What animal are you? What animal man?
Oh yeah,
woman
I
are you?
definitely would want to be a bird of some sort.
Because they can just fly.
Yeah, that's
cool.
That's why I want to be a bird, because I can just fly.
Oh, except if you're like Tori.
No,
you can just
Tori's
glide.
a child. She'll learn over time.
I hope
She's
so.
small and she's got a big head. It weighs her down. By the way, Tori, for listeners, Tori's my comic character.
Yeah, link in the description if I think of it.
I won't link it.
Well, I will.
Well, it's my
and
channel,
I'm writing
so
the
get
description.
Bent.
What do you mean? It's your comic. Please advertise your comic.
Fine,
Come on.
Whatever. I think I'm so against.
It's not like I want people to read my comic or anything.
Yeah, I don't want it.
But
Okay, more Bojack.
I wanna be. I also would like to be a bird because dinosaur good.
Yeah.
I would like to
Chicken.
be a jay. No, not a. I would. Chicken can fly.
Oh, he can glide.
A jay or something, or a lizard. A lizard or a snake.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
That would be cool. Yeah, I like how they all just have normal human bodies and animal heads. Even the snake.
Even the
snakes.
Well,
Just
because then
has
it
a
would
very
just make it
long
more
leg.
complicated. Be like, how does this person live? How does this work?
Yeah.
Plus, they have to make animating a snake, making a rig for that. It would be hard.
Yeah. It's very easily animated. The whole show. I mean, the style is very, very easy, and some episodes are just don't look that impressive, but they do cool visual gags all the time.
Yeah,
That's neat.
that's what I like about it. But I also like the show, the newer show with the same artist, the art director for Bojack.
Nani? Nani? What's this?
No, it's Tuca and Birdie. Have you never seen it?
No.
Oh
Link
my
it to
God,
me
really?
after the recording.
Okay,
Yeah, I have no idea what it is.
Bojack's art, like world art direction, but imagine if it was constantly cool directing and animation moments. It's like weird and trippy and full of all these. It's like the best looking adult cartoon ever, because most adult cartoons, they all look like
horrible, at least in America.
animation wise or like directing wise, they're not exciting most of the time. They'll occasionally have like something that's like interestingly animated or like an interesting like directing concept for an episode, or a scene.
But
rarely.
it's mostly like one
But
episode.
Tuca and Birdie, constant interesting like moments and things. It's so aesthetic. You gotta see it.
Nice.
Please watch it.
Okay, I gotta. You have to link it to me.
Okay, I will after.
Because I won't remember the name.
I will. And it's two birds, so. me core.
Okay, I think we talked about every character.
Yeah.
Any favorite episodes that you want to point out?
From season 6?
Oh, in general.
Well, I had talked about my favorite episode, but...
Oh, yeah.
The other... from this season... Nothing particular comes to mind. Other than, like...
I mean, I do love the acting and the interview and everything. Everything related to that. And just the last episode is... Oh, no. Wait, we haven't talked about the second to last episode. The weird dream hellscape where Bojack is maybe dying and we don't know it exactly. That was horrible. And all the characters, all the people who he cared about who died in his life are there, and all these personal dramas are confronting him. And then he just kind of accepts death and gets enveloped into that black thing after he realizes that he couldn't call Diane in time, or that he didn't have time, and also was just in a different city. Okay. Asha can't talk right now, so I just keep talking about the stuff I care about. I have all the power. I'm not cutting this out. Yeah, and especially after the very last episode when he meets Diane on the roof, like they did back in season 1, and they have this whole scene together where Bojack's like, wouldn't it be funny if this was the last time we even talk to each other? And then just quietness follows. And it actually might be, because it would be probably better for the both of them. Because Diane finally has found like a place for her life, and Bojack still hasn't. He's still on his way, maybe. And it's not clear if he will ever even find happiness. But he seems to be doing well in prison. Yeah. Asha, are you back?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're back.
I was always here. What are you talking about?
Nice. In heart and mind. No, and that last scene on the roof where they just keep looking forward and the music starts playing. It's powerful.
I like the part where she confronts him about the fact that he called her Wyland stupid.
Sorry?
And she felt...
Sorry, you cut out.
Oh,
Can
sorry.
you please say that again?
I like the part where she called him out for the fact that he called her Wyland the stupor, and she felt guilty.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
She was convinced that he was dead. And also, why did he even call her? Because she was like in Chicago. Completely.
It's just a reminder of the consequences of your actions hurting people and all that.
Why did he call Diane? Because on some level he also wrote letters to her during. Yeah, but the thing is, she's like the one person he kind of thinks he relates a lot to Diane. In many ways, they're actually kind of similar in some ways.
People. I don't know. Bojack good. The end.
Bojack good. The end.
Yeah.
You'll get it.
Yeah,
just
people,
watch it.
Yeah. Like,
we don't have to explain it to you.
You have to be like the nature of happiness and being good to people and understanding what you need to be happy.
I think IGN voted Bojack Horseman to be the best animated show of all time.
Well, animation-wise, it's... I'm
Yeah,
so
but
annoyed
they
with
only
adult
consider
cartoons.
American shows, so
Stop. Makes me...
I guess it's
not
up
early
there
Simpsons
in
out
American
here,
shows.
but sure.
Yeah.
The only good anime show is The Simpsons and Tuca and Birdie.
What about Rick and Morty?
That's a show with, like, the design sense is interesting, but then, like, most of the time...
The animation is also great.
The animation's great, but then it's also,
At least
like,
in later
the
seasons.
character designs are, like, creepy and weird, and sometimes they're great, sometimes... it's not, like...
But Steven Universe, though.
We're talking adult cartoons, not kid cartoons. That's a different story.
Oh, okay.
Adult cartoons are
okay.
the one I'm complaining about.
Fair.
Not Western
Fair.
cartoons as a whole. It's just particularly adult cartoons have lower standards for some reason.
I guess they just liked to make characters ugly because that's kind of in the spirit of like old like newspaper cartoonized cartoon characters.
I've never thought of it like that. But
I mean, what
adults
cartoon...
adults don't like cute cartoons?
I mean, what cartooning means in some way is like, oh no, I'm talking about caricature. Yeah.
Oh, caricature. Yeah.
That's basically what it is a lot of the time, and like just making the ugly and weird features of a human person stronger and pointing that out. And that's what Bojack also does with its human characters, where they all have these weird noses that are just like an outline of a human nose in the most unpleasing way. Just watch anime. They don't have noses.
They have cute girls and boys.
Yeah.
Characters you would like to see.
Okay, I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, we're gonna end it here.
Thank you for listening.
And tune in for another episode. Subscribe to Asha for more Pillowfort podcasts
or
and
don't.
Anime videos and stuff. Or do. Don't listen to her. By the way, we didn't sing, Asha. We have to sing.
Oh,
Goodbye.
Okay, bye.